I am really having a hard time right now. I don't understand what's going on in our country in so many ways. Just this one. It's just one way. And I thought I'd map out my parts because I can't seem to get anything done. I just feel like I can't make any progress on things that normally are kind of easy. So I thought I'm gonna map this out. Maybe it'll help you too. I have a part that is I'm just full of rage at the money, the lives, the children. What in the is going on? I have another part that's really frustrated that no one seems to be doing anything to save us. No one is doing anything to frickin' save us. We are in the upside down world. The people that I thought would help aren't helping. They aren't taking action. They aren't, like in politics, in government. Another part that is so sad. We killed little girls. And then we're just supposed to pretend we're okay. Just nothing else. Just keep emailing. I have another part that wants to be productive. We have things on our to-do list we have to do. But how do we do it among all of this? This part's like, no. Another part that just wants to check out. Just scroll some more. Take a gummy. Another part that is really scared. What are the consequences of what's happening? I have parts that are catastrophic parts that are really afraid power grid's gonna go out, internet's gonna go down, no gas, oil. I have another part. I'm supposed to go on vacation in a couple weeks. Is absolutely no. Nope. We need to stay close at home. What happens to these guys? Something happens. I'm not home. Oh my God. I have a part that's not just scared and catastrophic, but is literally terrified. And that part just wants to freeze everything. I have a part that wants to go and buy a bunch of prepper stuff, that having rice and beans will save us. Another part that wants to research how to survive an apocalypse if we don't have this stuff. I have a part that wants to help others. My helper part says focus on building your business and helping people with IFS. I have another part that just wants to run away, move, flee. Another part that hates everyone in this country except for like 2 people. As you can see, there's no room for self right now. And the only self I can find the only bits of self I can find are just the ones that are kind of helping me unblend all these. So when I say I have a stomach ache, it is just all goo in there. This is why, where am I supposed to find any self to even meet these parts and find out what they're afraid of, or find out why they're doing their job? There's nothing left, it feels like. But there always is. So if I can get curious about what's going on, I have a really big part that is none of this matters. And so it just floods me with all of these things. Let me talk to it for a second. The part that says none of this matters. We can't control a single thing in here. So I feel a little bit like self is coming in. There might be just a little bit, right here. Oh, a tiny little bit of self energy. We know when self want to feel a little calm, connected, curious. Just this tiny little nugget of self is telling me that the only thing that we can control in all of this is actually this moment. This moment. So what can I do in this moment? These parts are all very activated. But let's think about what in this moment, joy, play, fun, this feels wrong. But really, there's a part of me too that says these guys have no idea that we're at war. So they're just going about their day and they'll deal with what happens when it happens. And I think that there's a little bit of magic in that. These guys know, these animals know, we will be okay till we're not. In fact, we are okay till we aren't. I have food. I have shelter. I have friends. I have a husband. I have family. I have dogs and cats and chickens. I have, let's fill in that blank. In this moment, because that's all I really have. All these parts are either living in the past, they want to flee, or they're living in the future. They're all either living in the past or living in the future or just fleeing. So my plan, now that I can feel these parts kind of loosening up and making that self energy a little bit bigger. It's this moment. So what I want to start doing, I need to meditate. I know I do. I need to move my body. I need to get outside. I need to do something fun, even though it feels like I'm betraying half of these parts, right? Fun and joy feels like I'm betraying all of this. But that's how I can actually find more self-energy, is by doing these things. What am I going to stop doing? I need to stop checking my phone before I go to sleep. I need to stop feeling like I'm going to miss the news. And the stop things, I'm kind of discovering this in real time. The stop things are things like, I need to know research. How am I going to survive? I need to know things to make me feel better. But that doesn't make me feel better. All it does is make me feel more scared. What else do I need to stop doing? I need to stop prioritizing work that isn't mine. I still have clients, and I just looked at my to-do list, and it's all their stuff. None of my stuff. None of my IFS stuff is even on there. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm starting to feel a little bit like there's more space in between these parts. Like finding these spaces in between to kind of help them pull apart a little bit. I see all of them now. They all feel seen and heard. And so nurturing this idea of we only have this moment, I think, is my way forward. I don't know if this helps you or not, but it helped me.